A Plaguelands Media production.
Oh boy, where do I begin with this one? Well, with this. This isn't a book review because this is just a short story, but I think it's one that is important and one that I really, really want people to go out there, hunt down and read. Today I'm going to talk about I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream by Harlan Ellison. Harlan Ellison is a very prolific science fiction writer. He also did work in the comic books. He did a run on The Incredible Hulk back in the day. But this story is just fucking creepy. There's nothing else to say about it. You might remember, those of you that actually played the old point-and-click adventure games back in the day, that there was a game called I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, made in 1995. I never played it. I'm assuming it's based on the short story, but, you know, I don't really know. But this short story, first of all, has the greatest title in history. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Just says it all about the story itself. So, what is the story? What's it about? You know what? We're going to go straight into that in another episode of... Okay, so it's fairly short. It comes in about 20 pages. And the premise of the story is that there is no more life left on Earth. Complete and utter genocide, with the exception of 5 people that are being kept alive by a supercomputer. Now, we get a little bit of backstory in that the 3 major powers in the world, that being America, Russia, and China, each invented their own supercomputers. The supercomputers kind of got amalgamated into one, the American version. And the American version decided that the best way for the Earth to stay safe is just to kill everyone. So it did. But it kept 5 people alive. Why did it keep these 5 people alive? Well, we're kind of led to believe that they were the creators of the initial program. Now, this computer has just been torturing these people for hundreds of years, not letting them die, warping them. Like, one of the characters in the story was a particularly handsome and intelligent man, and the computer kind of warped him into this monstrous monkey amalgamation thing, and is slowly driving him insane. There's one female to procreate with the men, but she never falls pregnant, and so on and so forth. Now, this computer, AM as it's kind of known, you never find out what its true purpose is throughout the story. But the narrator of the story ultimately works out that the only way this thing is going to break its hold, this computer is going to break its hold, is if he kills everyone, which he does, leaving him as the only thing alive. The computer, in a fit of rage, turns him into a pile of sentient protoplasm that just crawls through these catacombs that the computer had trapped them in. Everything happens kind of underground. Hence the title, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I had never read any of Harlan Ellison's work before I read this. I am now going to, because I think he is one of the most prolific science fiction authors around. It shits me to tears that stuff like this isn't being taught in schools anymore. That the younger generation isn't getting access to these stories, the books that kind of shaped the world that we know. Without early science fiction, we wouldn't have supercomputers, we wouldn't have AI, we wouldn't have the fucking internet. Come on, people. I mean, the title of this segment is Read a Fucking Book, People. Read a fucking book, people, is all I'm asking. Early Stephen King. Today's generation isn't going to experience the joy of that because they're going to look at that and go, well, you should just need the fucking cell phone and fucking Instagram and TikTok someone. No, no, no. Go out there. Find these stories. Find these books, please. They are worth reading. You know what? I'm going to end this video here because I've got a lot to say and it's going to come out as an angry rant. So stay safe. Have a fantastic rest of your day. But most importantly, read a fucking book, people.